Welcome to the deep dive. We're here to cut through the noise and get straight to what you need to know. And today we're unlocking the secret language, you might say, of successful research proposals. Think of it less like a dry document and more like this persuasive story you're telling, a story where you are the brilliant protagonist ready to solve some crucial puzzle. Okay, let's unpack this. We've pulled some really incredible insights from excerpts of Crafting a Compelling Research Proposal.pdf, and honestly, it's just packed with practical wisdom, stuff that can really shift your approach.
That's absolutely right. And our mission here for this deep dive is basically to quickly get a handle on what makes a proposal really stand out from the pile. We're going to explore, how you articulate your project's importance so clearly that it actually secures the funding you need and gets that essential institutional support. We're talking things like access to university resources, ethics approvals, departmental backing, all that crucial stuff, and of course how it builds your academic credibility. It's really all about bringing that research vision, your vision, to life.
Okay, so if you're sitting there maybe eyeing that next big research idea, where do you even start? How do you begin crafting this compelling story? What we found in the material really highlights that it all kicks off with defining a truly compelling research question. It absolutely needs to be focused, relevant, and, capable of making a real contribution. And here's a great little tip from the source material. If you can't explain your research question to a smart undergraduate student in just one sentence, then you probably need to refine it. That's just a brilliant litmus test, isn't it, for clarity?
It absolutely is. Yeah. What's fascinating, I think, is how they emphasize that your question should really emerge from what the field still doesn't know. So you're diving into the existing literature.
Yeah.
Looking for those critical gaps or maybe contradictions, which, raises a really important point. Are you just sort of adding incrementally to what's already there? Or are you genuinely tackling an underexplored area? Something with potentially significant implications, like instead of a really broad topic like the impact of social media, maybe a more compelling question would be something specific. Like, how does TikTok's algorithm specifically influence political polarization among, say, Gen Z voters in swing states? Much sharper.
That smart undergraduate test, I really wish I'd learned that one earlier in my career. It just shines a light on how often we get kind of bogged down in academic jargon, doesn't it? But what if your research genuinely is complex? How do you keep that clarity without, oversimplifying the nuance you actually need?
Well, that's a good question. That's where you might use strategies like clear analogies, perhaps, or maybe a layered approach. You explain the core idea simply first, and then you sort of delve into the finer details. And once you've got that crystal clear question nailed down, the next really crucial step in your story is your methodology. This is where you show your rigor, your planning skills, detailing not just what you'll study, but precisely how. We're talking about whether your approach is, say, qualitative digging deep into experiences with interviews, observations, or quantitative, analyzing numerical data for patterns, or maybe even mixed methods, combining the strengths of both.
Right. And if we sort of connect this to the bigger picture, your methodology isn't just some list of steps, is it? It's actual proof that your plan is feasible, that you've really thought through how you'll execute it credibly. So many people fall into that trap thinking methodology is just a checklist, but it's like your scientific recipe. You wouldn't just list ingredients without the actual steps, right? The more precise and transparent you are here, the more credible your whole proposal becomes.
Exactly. And that trust, that credibility, it extends to showing your research's broader impact, too. Why does this research matter beyond just, adding another paper to the academic pile? This section is your chance to really, really make your case. It's not just about what you think you'll find, but how those findings will concretely contribute, maybe to the field, maybe influencing policy, informing practice, or even benefiting society more widely. Don't just assume reviewers will connect those dots for you. You absolutely have to spell out the so what of your work. Make it obvious.
And finally, packaging. How you package your story really matters. This isn't just about good grammar, though that helps. It's about presenting a truly compelling narrative, which means, clear, concise language, a logical structure, moving smoothly from background to question, method, outcomes, impact, and definitely avoiding jargon where you possibly can. The material even recommended maybe incorporating visuals like charts or timelines, anything to make your project clearer and more engaging.
Yeah, think of your proposal almost like an academic sales pitch. Seriously, every single sentence should work to convince the reader that your research is vital, it's timely, it's expertly conceived. It's really about crafting a persuasive argument that grabs them from the very first word, not just presenting a list of facts. And one often overlooked aspect, for example, is the executive summary. Sometimes that's the only thing really big reviewers read thoroughly, so it needs to be like a mini masterpiece, condensing your entire argument into one powerful paragraph.
So there you have it, really, your step-by-step guide, essentially, to crafting a research proposal that genuinely captures attention. A clear question, a solid, feasible plan, and yeah, a compelling narrative. Those seem to be the keys. It's all about truly bringing your research vision to life, whether you're applying for funding or maybe a PhD spot.
Indeed. And, you know, a truly compelling proposal, it really can open academic doors you might never have thought possible. So keep asking those bold questions and definitely keep writing those bold proposals.
Absolutely. And hey, for even more valuable research tips and strategies for academic life in general, don't forget to follow Academic Prachtgler. You can find them on Instagram and YouTube. Lots of good stuff there. Until next time on The Deep Dive.